I'm an Uber driver in Los Angeles. Something horrifying is unfolding in the city as we speak. I'm lucky to even be alive right now. I'm just about to be discharged from the hospital. Broken arm, broken clavicle, 19 stitches in my scalp, and all kinds of fun little cuts where they dug glass shards out of me. Also, my Civic is totaled. I've been driving for Uber in the LA area for almost 6 months now. Believe me when I say I've got plenty of stories already, but this one takes the cake and then some. My cousin is a screenwriter and he couldn't come up with some shit like this. And not just because all he writes are low-budget Christmas movies about business girls who go back to their hometowns to fall in love with a guy in a peacoat. Honestly, I'm still trying to figure out what even happened to me. 2 nights ago, I was cruising around in the Culver City area after dropping off a passenger. It was about 1:45 a.m. and I was ready to quit and go home. But another ride popped up over in Palms, which was close. There was no destination entered, which maybe should have been a red flag, but I took it anyway. I started heading over there and almost got T-boned by a string of cop cars that blasted through a red light going 90 to somewhere. A couple streets over, I crossed paths with an ambulance. I didn't think anything of it at the time, but when I got to my destination, some empty side street in Palms, and rolled down my window, it hit me just how many sirens I could hear. Way more than usual. And choppers, too. There's always a few of those fuckers buzzing around, but this seemed extra. I figured there must be some kind of high-speed pursuit or manhunt or shooting or something. I sat there, parked at the curb for a while, waiting for this dude to come down from his apartment. The app said his name was Eric, and Eric was taking his sweet time. He lived in one of those old complexes, former military housing that was probably slapped together in the 40s and was now owned by some LA slumlord who charged his tenants $2,500 per month for a little one-bedroom unit. While I was sitting there getting impatient, I saw a few people sprinting across the street about a block ahead of me, lit up orange in the glow of the streetlights. Not going for a jog either. I mean, they were running as fast as they could go, like someone was chasing them, and I could hear someone hollering, but I couldn't tell what they were saying. They ran out of sight and then the street went quiet again except for that distant wail of sirens. And it was about that time when I started feeling really uneasy. Something in the air felt off, and suddenly the hair on my arms was standing up on end. My attention was fully fixed on that eerie, empty street ahead, so Eric scared the holy shit out of me when he yanked open my back door and said, "Are you Wes?" I told him I was, and he piled into the back seat and slammed the door shut. Immediately, I could tell something was wrong. He was huffing and puffing like he'd just been running, covered in sweat, but most importantly, he had a blood-soaked t-shirt balled up against his neck. "Take me to the nearest hospital," he said. Then he reached over and hit the lock button on the door, which was a weird thing to do. I was like, "Dude, you don't look so good." And he goes, "No kidding, that's why I need to get to a hospital." I really didn't want to deal with this, so I said, "Hey man, maybe we better call you an ambulance." "No, I can't afford an ambulance, just go, okay? Hurry up, I'm bleeding here." The thing was, I don't think he had even looked at me once during this exchange because he was too busy looking back at the dark windows of that looming apartment complex. My heart was starting to beat a little faster, but I went ahead and found the nearest hospital on my Maps app. It was about 7 minutes away, maybe less if we hopped on the 10 freeway for a short stretch, which I intended to do.